What a fantastic infusion of colour in that house, and Darren is here and has managed to recreate a total pop art theme here in the studio today.
A little bit of colour, Maura.
Retro. It's great, Darren. I love it. Is it one of your favourite movements?
Do you know what? I really like it, and what's quite interesting with this interiors is, you know, like in fashion, which is cyclical,
Yes.
we've got the 60s, we've got the 70s now, and that's, as often is the case, it's echoed in our interiors. And I love the vibrancy of this, and the reason why I do, because I always think when I look at a space, if I wake up in the morning and I walk out into my living room and it's something that's just going to make me feel, oh, I'm alive, I always think that's good. You know, like the bold pink. It's not going to be for everyone, but you know what? That's life.
Or you can inject a little bit. Okay, let's take a look and break down the little things that we have. And of course, we're all about getting these things on a budget. First of all, the frames. I love what you've done here. Lots of different frames from €3 upwards, and you've just taken pieces out of a magazine and thrown them in there. Is that right?
Absolutely. And you know, it's about making the space individual. As we saw in the VT there, she had some pictures of from her own life. So what I did here, as you said, €3 upwards from Dunnes Stores, and these are just from magazines. Literally advertisements, and it's about picking the colour. I wasn't, you know, being too pedantic about the colours I was using, because this look is all about bold, bright colours that clash. You know, so you've got your pinks, you've got your oranges, you've got your neons, and just bringing them all together.
Very good. Okay, so for €3 or €4, Dunnes, pennies, pick up those frames there. Okay, next we're going to take a look at this picture here. Lovely and vibrant, very pop arty.
Do you know, I love this, and would you believe this is only €35?
Is that from IKEA?
Yeah, from IKEA. And I just think, again, you know, a lot of people might inject a bit of pop art into a smaller space. I mean, that was a 3-bed townhouse. So, I mean, the key really is keeping the walls kind of neutral. Your whites, your very light greys.
That's great against that very neutral background, isn't it?
It really works. And again, with the little love heart, it's just a bit of fun.
It is cute.
It's tongue-in-cheek. And that's what it is. I mean, that's what Warhol...
And I suppose, don't be afraid of being kitsch, like the Warhol, the Campbell's, soup tins, the Marilyn Monroe, repetitive images.
But listen, that's what it's all about. I mean, Warhol was the Pope of pop. You know, it was mass-produced. It was kind of taking art and not being elitist about it, having a bit of fun. And, I mean, the other thing about the 1960s as well was it was a space age. It was when the first landings on the moon, so it's modular shapes.
Changing and everything. Yeah. Okay, I love this. This is a ladder, but it's a bookcase.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
A ladder bookcase.
No, this is a ladder bookcase. This is 175 from M&S, and I just love this. Again, a lot of people go, ooh, red with orange and pink. That doesn't go. That's the whole point of it. But what you can even do you know what? If 175 doesn't do it for you, and you've an old step ladder at the back garden in the shed, bring it in, paint it, and lash it up against the wall, and away you go.
It's a really good idea, and it looks really good. The coffee table as well. Now, this is a more traditional type of thing, but this is pine, isn't it? But you can put this in as well, and it's practical.
Yeah, it's pine that's been dyed quite dark, and what you'll find with the bright colours is, you know, with modern furniture that's maybe black or lacquered or dark like that, it works very well. And with this coffee table, I purposely went for an oval shape, because everything else in the room is quite angular, so it kind of just breaks it up.
Okay, so that's €95, and I love the cutesy little vase here.
Yeah, these kind of just sparkly little vases from Woodies. They're $19.99, and it's your little bit of kitsch.
Okay, very good. Okay, next we're going to take a look at the swivel stool.
Yeah, one of my favourites. Actually, it's really comfy. Have you sat in it?
I haven't.
Really comfy. Yeah. It's 90. It's when was my swivel stool? $119.99 from Woodies. And this is kind of, you know, you could go any colour you want here. I just went for the kind of leatherette style and just put some soft furnishings on it to lift it up.
Okay.
And it's that kind of pod shape, you know?
It is. It's really nice. Okay, speaking of soft furnishings, we have an array of clashing kind of cushions here, and they're all start at about €3 or €4, is it?
Yes. Do you know what? These ones are €3. This one is €6, which is definitely one of my favourites. It's the alphabet cushion from Pennies, would you believe? And you know, they've only kind of introduced furnishings, and they've kind of ramped it up recently, and there's some good finds like this.
They're lovely. And again, we're sitting on the couch, and this is €300 from IKEA. Again, keeping it quite neutral, so that really works as well.
It does, and we got this. I mean, obviously, I'm sitting here, but you can create that kind of L-shape effect. This
totally relaxed
footstool is $139, and you know, you can just lounge back and enjoy yourself.
We'll never shift you out of this.
I know,
yeah,
I'm getting into the
This
States.
is your home now, isn't it? This unit is also great. It's a great way to break a room, Darren.
It is, and you know what? Normally, if you see this in the shop, it's actually standing upright.
Okay.
So I've just popped it on its side and using it more of a kind of side unit space, because then you can put some things on top of it, as we've done with the lights. It's $99.99 in Woodies. It's reduced. It's normally, I think, $149.99. it's a good deal.
Yeah, so up or down. Now, on top of it, we have some really cool, very retro-y looking lights.
Yeah, and the reason I went for them is because the retro and kind of 1960s is all about, I think lava lamps were introduced back then. So it's kind of neon, it's a little bit of colour, and again, it's nothing too serious. You know, they're $44.99 each, and you can do whatever you want with them. I like the effect of the three of them there.
And look at me, I'm squished in
Look
there
at
into
you,
the
of
frame.
course you were.
This is my house, and nobody can say otherwise.
I'm telling you, forget Marilyn. We've got Maura.
Very good. Thanks very much.
Cheers,
Okay.
Maura.
There's a few other bits as well that we haven't had a chance to talk about. If you pop onto our website, we've got all of them listed there. Darren, you just have a little snooze there and relax yourself, and I'll just come back to you after the show. Okay, you can pop onto the Airtel page as well, and that's $3.40.